Ferrari does not sell cars. Ferrari sells a signal that says you made it, that you're rare, that money is no longer the goal, it's already behind you. And while many companies compete on horsepower, comfort, price, technology, or practicality, Ferrari built one of the most profitable luxury brands on earth by competing on something far more powerful: status. That is why people wait years to buy one. That is why some customers cannot even purchase certain models unless Ferrari approves them. That is why people who own private jets still feel excitement when they get keys with the prancing horse logo. Because Ferrari understood one timeless truth: when humans have enough money, they stop buying products and start buying identity. Ferrari was born in 1947 in post-war Italy. Europe was rebuilding, industries were broken, and resources were scarce. Most companies would focus on survival. Enzo Ferrari focused on prestige. Before Ferrari became a road car brand, it was a racing obsession. Enzo cared about motorsport first. Cars for customers existed mainly to fund racing. That single decision shaped everything that came later. Because if your company begins with racing, speed, victory, danger, and glory become part of the DNA. You are not inventing brand mythology later through marketing teams, you are living it from day one. Ferrari's early victories on racetracks created something more valuable than revenue: legend. And legends compound. Every race win made Ferrari more than metal and wheels. It became Italy, passion, engineering, rebellion, masculinity, elegance, noise, fire. It became emotional before it became commercial. That is the dream every brand wants. Most brands build products, then try to add emotion. Ferrari built emotion first, then attached products to it. That difference is worth billions. Now think about the average luxury car company. They sell comfort, leather interiors, smoother rides, bigger screens, more features. Ferrari deliberately avoided that trap. Ferrari never wanted to be the best daily driver, because the moment you optimize for convenience, you become comparable. Comparable means replaceable. Ferrari instead optimized for desire. Desire does not care if the trunk is small. Desire does not care about fuel economy. Desire does not care if the suspension is harsh. Desire wants what it cannot easily have. And Ferrari mastered scarcity better than almost any company in the modern world. Before we continue, if you enjoy deep breakdowns on brands, business psychology, and how power really works, subscribe to Founder Core. New videos every day. Ferrari learned that rich people don't always want abundance. They want exclusion. That is why Ferrari limits production. Even as global demand rises, Ferrari does not flood the market. They could sell far more cars. They choose not to. This sounds irrational until you understand status economics. If everyone can buy something, it loses signaling power. Luxury is not just high price. Luxury is controlled access. That is why Ferrari's waiting lists are powerful marketing tools. The wait itself increases desire. Delay creates meaning. If something takes time, people assume it matters. Then Ferrari adds another layer. Some limited models are not simply available for purchase, they are offered selectively. Ferrari decides who gets invited. Imagine having enough money to buy almost anything, yet a company tells you, maybe later. For many wealthy buyers, that rejection increases obsession, because now it is no longer a transaction. It is social validation. Ferrari transformed customers into applicants. That is genius, and it gets deeper. Ferrari customers often buy multiple cars over time, not because they need them, but because ownership becomes progression. First model, then better model, then special edition, then collector series, then invitation-only halo car. This is not random upselling. It mirrors status ladders found in elite clubs, private memberships, and old aristocratic systems. Humans are drawn to hierarchy. Ferrari monetized hierarchy beautifully. Then there is design. Many luxury products become soft and polished to appeal to everyone. Ferrari often keeps drama alive. Sharp lines, loud colors, aggressive stance. The car looks fast even standing still. That matters because status must be visible. A Ferrari parked outside a restaurant performs before the engine even starts. People know what it means instantly. No explanation required. That level of recognition is priceless. Think of how many brands spend billions trying to create instant recognition. Ferrari already owns it. Then comes sound. Ferrari engines became part of the product experience. The scream of a V8 or V12 is not merely mechanical noise, it is theater. And status loves theater. Silent wealth exists, but public wealth signals still dominate many markets. Ferrari gives owners a dramatic entrance, dramatic exit, and emotional adrenaline in between. It turns transportation into performance. Now consider pricing. Many companies lower prices to grow volume. Ferrari raises prices and protects margins, because lower pricing can damage exclusivity faster than poor engineering. Ferrari understands that premium pricing is not only about profit, it is part of the story. If it is expensive, selective, difficult, emotional, and admired, it feels valuable before you drive it. This is why Ferrari's financial performance often shocks people. They sell far fewer cars than mass-market automakers, yet generate extraordinary profitability. Because they are not in the car business the way others are. They are in the symbolic goods business. The same economics power watches like Rolex, bags like Hermes, and elite memberships around the world. The physical object matters, but the meaning matters more. Ferrari also protects brand purity aggressively. They are known for controlling how the logo is used, how cars are represented, and how the brand appears publicly. Some criticize this as arrogance. But from Ferrari's perspective, looseness destroys mystique. If anyone can distort your symbol, over-customize your icon, or misuse your name, prestige erodes. Strong luxury brands defend their edges. Mass brands seek ubiquity. Luxury brands seek control. Ferrari chose control. Then there is culture. Ferrari represents Italian excellence in a world dominated by global corporations. It carries national character, beauty, emotion, craftsmanship, racing heritage, style. That narrative adds richness beyond specs. Nobody dreams of torque numbers as a child. They dream of posters on bedroom walls. Ferrari owned that wall space for decades, and childhood desire becomes adult demand. This is another hidden moat, generational aspiration. Millions of boys, girls, fans, and future entrepreneurs grew up seeing Ferrari as the ultimate reward. Years later, when they gain wealth, the old symbol returns. That is not marketing spend. That is memory monetization. But Ferrari also survived because it evolved carefully. Many heritage brands die by becoming museums. Ferrari adopted hybrids, new technology, advanced manufacturing, digital systems, and modern finance, without losing emotional identity. That balance is rare. Too much change and you betray the myth. Too little change and you become irrelevant. Ferrari moves slowly enough to preserve prestige, fast enough to remain dominant. Even Formula One matters here. Winning helps, but even when Ferrari struggles on track, the racing connection keeps the aura alive. Racing is proof of seriousness. It signals that Ferrari still belongs in the arena, not just the showroom. Competition sustains mythology. Then there's customer psychology. When someone buys a Ferrari, they are often buying after years of sacrifice, risk, long work hours, and ambition. So the car becomes emotional evidence.
A receipt for personal victory.
That is why owners often speak about Ferrari differently than they speak about other vehicles. They don't just say it drives well. They say it was a dream. Dream products command irrational loyalty. And irrational loyalty is the most profitable kind. Now compare Ferrari to brands that chase trends. Trend brands rise fast and fade fast. Ferrari compounds slowly because its foundation is timeless human behavior. People want admiration. People want rarity. People want symbols. People want stories that justify success. Ferrari packages all four. Even critics help Ferrari. When people call it flashy, arrogant, excessive, impractical, that can reinforce status. Because status products often benefit from polarization. If nobody dislikes it, it may not be powerful enough. A Ferrari is not trying to be universally loved. It is trying to be deeply desired by the right people. That is a smarter strategy. And Ferrari knows something many founders forget. The best customers are not everyone. The best customers are specific, emotional, wealthy, and loyal. Serve them obsessively. Ignore the rest. That principle built empires. So how does Ferrari sell status? By limiting supply, by preserving heritage, by pricing high, by controlling access, by designing drama, by making ownership feel earned, by turning buyers into members of a visible tribe, by making the logo mean more than the machine. That is why a Ferrari can sit in traffic and still feel valuable. Because status is not speed, status is perception. And Ferrari may be the greatest machine for manufacturing perception ever built on four wheels. Most companies ask, how do we sell more? Ferrari asked a better question. How do we become a symbol? That question changed everything. And if you can become a symbol in your market, whether you sell software, clothing, media, or coffee, you stop competing on price. You start commanding desire. That is where real power begins.